BFW post 9265. We were supposed to be in Tulsa today. And on 3 days' notice, we got a full house right here at OKC. You can't do better than that. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. A few little announcements, just a few. We've got a $2 raffle. I decided to throw in a Drake Goes Over 51%er t-shirt. You can get that right now. It's a large. $2 for a t-shirt, and it sounds like we've got 4 vintage pro wrestling DVDs. I don't know if it's pay-per-views, best ofs, whatever it may be. You guys go over there. $2, you go home with a grand prize. We do have some changes to the Patreon. For those $25 tiers, everybody on the wall up there, hey, if you're in the house, make some noise, 25. Hey, we used to just tell you, hey, we'll get you front row, we'll stick your face on the wall, and we might get you something to eat. Well, now, if you guys don't want to make the trip or you don't want to make me do it, you can now go to the concession stand, you can get you a slice of pizza, a soda, a candy bar, bag of chips, all on my dime. I'm happy to give it to you because you guys are just doing a wonderful job of helping promote us, and we can't thank you enough. For those of you who have not subscribed to our Patreon right now, why are you waiting? Because for those of you who paid $10 cash to get in here today, you can get 4 tickets for that same price. I sell $10 tiers, $5 tiers, $25 tiers, and we have $50 tiers for those guys who want to take home the cool stuff. That being said, if you guys want to answer, if you want me to answer any of your questions about Patreon, please get a hold of me when you have a chance. We have 4 huge main event matches on this card tonight, and we have 9 matches total. This is going to be one of our biggest shows of the summer. God, it looks, you people are beautiful. Give yourself a round of applause just for being here. It's 105 degrees outside. First up, we have a grudge match between Wingrave and Red James. Red has been talking all kinds of trash about myself, Ricky, and everybody else in that locker room. Do you guys think we're doing a good job here at UWO? You think maybe Red should just shut the world up? Oh, you let him know when he comes out here. We've got a brass knuckle division match. If you guys don't know how the brass knuckle title is defended, it is defended in no DQ matches. And that means anything, anywhere, at any time can happen inside this little pit right here. So that's going to be off the chain. We have a tables match with yours truly. Who wants to see Umbra get put through a table tonight? Just curious, anybody want to see Drake Gallows go through a table? Hey, you get the hell out of here. No, and in our main event, not only is the UWO title going to be on the line in a singles match between our newest addition. Hey, for the right price, anything can happen. Our newest addition to the UWO roster, KJ Gold, will take on Derrick James for the UWO Championship.
I hope KJ Gold knows Drake Gallows signed him up for a nudist colony.
Graduate of the DG Dojo. That's not all. You're going to see quite a few new members of the UWO roster tonight because we have not 1, but 2, and 3 brand new additions to our roster, graduates of the DG Dojo. I want you guys to welcome them with open arms as I have and help us continue to grow this company as big and powerful as possible. With your support, this place will continue to get bigger and better and more badass every single month. Our next event, August 26th, WWE superstar Nick Eugene Dinsmore will be right here in the house. We got a full house tonight. I want to put every single chair on the floor, and I want to see an ass every 18 inches for Eugene. I hope every single one of you come back. He will be signing autographs, and he will be featured in our main event. Give it up for Eugene. All right.
But what about
and
Dinsmore?
One last thing. Big announcement. September 2nd, just down the street which we will announce later tonight, will be held inside a 16-foot high steel cage. Are you guys ready to get this show on the road? I'm going to give you one more thing before we get out of here. We sometimes like to do nice things for nice people. And in the last 3 months, this isn't fun news, we lost 5 of our close friends. Typically, we would do a 10 bell, but each of these people deserve their own. And I can't do 50. We don't have that time, and I don't want to wait to give every single one of these people the recognition that they deserve. So I'm going to tell you their names, and then I'm going to let you know right now that we are dedicating this event, the next event, and the next 5 events to these people right here. Because without them, we would not be who we are and where we are. First of all, our very good friend, Carol Covage. Andrew's mom. Andrew and Karen, $25 members right there, wonderful people. She was a wonderful lady. Glad you have met her. Jermaine Johnson, one of my closest friends in the business, ICW, WFC, Wichita, Texas, all kinds of independent promotions across the nation, hell of a guy. Chris Cruz, he went by CBC. He was 5'5" and 400 pounds, and he was a who taught me how to be a promoter. The man who taught me how to do things right and how to make sure that every single one of you guys went home happy. Last but not least, a dear friend of mine by the name of Renee Morton. Ronnie Morton, the brass knuckle champion. It was his wife. She went way too soon. These people may be gone, but they will not be forgotten. All right. Thank you guys so much for letting me get that underway. Are you ready to get this show on the road? Come on, there's a lot of you. We got a full house. Can you do just a little bit better than that? Can we get this show on the road? Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, your ring announcer for tonight, from Yukon, Oklahoma, Double T, Tim Carter! Making his way to the ring first is Malik, Mayfield from Oklahoma City.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Oklahoma City. VFW Post 9265.
Yes, now from Daytona Beach, Florida, Malik, Mayfield, the cheer captain.
Well, that's not a good way to make friends around here. Turnbuckle Tim, Malik Mayfield there, correcting him on the hometown and
If you're a
pronunciation.
journalist in any industry, you got to get your facts right, James. I understand.
All the way from Santa Clara, California, this is Punk Sinister.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Punk Sinister is here, making his Unified Wrestling Oklahoma debut, James.
Making his way to us from Santa Clara, California. Looks like he's here to have a good time. Seems like a jovial fellow.
Well, I mean, definitely the antithesis to Malik Mayfield, that's for certain. Not too sure what the crowd is making here of Punk Sinister, but I know he's here he's here to have a good time. He's here to possibly pick up a win in his very first Unified Wrestling Oklahoma match, his debut competition.
You talk about the crowd not knowing what to make of Punk Sinister. Malik Mayfield here sizing his opponent up.
Well, Malik Mayfield jaw-jacking with our referee, Crazy Charlie. That's a man that you don't want to mess with, James.
Crazy Charlie, one of our officials here at UWO, searching both competitors, making sure everything's fair. Nobody's bringing any foreign objects into this contest.
See, that's the thing. Punk Sinister's not too familiar with Crazy Charlie. I mean, Crazy Charlie is a being of his own. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this bell has sounded. This match is underway. It is the cheer captain from Daytona Beach, Florida, we learned today, Malik Mayfield, taking on none other than Punk Sinister.
Malik taking a moment there, sort of teasing Punk in for a lockup of sorts, but Malik now jaw-jacking with this crowd here as Punk Sinister's taking a break.
I mean, hey, it's all about having a good time here, James. You know that just as well as I do. We love to have fun around here.
Both competitors now just hanging out, waiting to see what happens. Who's going to make that first move and start this contest off?
Collar tie up here. Malik Mayfield with that side headlock applied, and you see the swagger, the arrogance, the confidence. It drips, it oozes off of Malik Mayfield, James.
You can see it without a doubt. A very confident man, but Punk Sinister now taking advantage, getting a side headlock of his own here on Malik Mayfield.
You know,
giving some noogies there to Malik Mayfield. Malik deciding to take a walk outside and try to reevaluate his strategy.
Yeah, I know Malik Mayfield was not too appreciative of that. Hi.
Malik Mayfield snubbing Walker Stewart here at the commentary desk.
You win some and you lose some, James.
Well, here comes Punk Sinister on the outside.
Punk Sinister now. Oh, a strike right to the ear of Malik Mayfield. That is enough to throw off your equilibrium here, James.
Right into the right set of the head. Speaking of huge strikes to the side of the head, Malik Mayfield with a massive kick there, dropping Punk Sinister.
Going for the cover here. One. Referee Crazy Charlie says only a 2 count. Oh, right into the turnbuckle he goes.
Malik Mayfield introducing Punk Sinister to that turnbuckle and now just choking him out with that foot.
I have to appreciate the athleticism and the agility that we see out of Malik Mayfield all the time, especially right here. Irish whip out of the corner, into the corner, clothesline, flattening Punk Sinister.
Big, powerful clothesline there from Malik Mayfield. You know, that's something people don't give Malik Mayfield a lot of credit for. He has some size to him and is incredibly athletic and agile in that ring, and he uses it to his benefit.
Most definitely he does.
Punk Sinister now trying to open up some space with Malik.
Trying to fight back, but that hair whip there from Malik Mayfield.
Malik grabbing a handful of those dreadlocks there and pulling.
What is Malik Mayfield trying to do here? Buddy up with our referee, Crazy Charlie? I mean, it's not like he has any other friends in the building here tonight, James.
Without a doubt, he snubbed you. He's been talking trash to the fans. Malik Mayfield asking for silence now.
Ooh, right across the chest, that chop.
You see the handprint just appearing almost immediately on Punk Sinister's chest.
Malik Mayfield nearly attempting to concave the chest of Punk Sinister here tonight.
Trying to
lifting him up. Oh, brain buster.
He almost hooked that leg there like a fisherman buster. Punk Sinister finding a way to kick out there.
Sinister landing directly on his head, on the back of his neck. That is absolutely brutal. I mean, this is a new side of Malik Mayfield that we've been seeing here recently. Last time we were here, last time we were with each other, James, Malik Mayfield asked management here for competition, and competition is what he's got.
Punk Sinister now rattling Malik for a moment, shooting him off the ropes with a big boot.
Big boot now, Punk Sinister. What's he going for here?
He's going to the top rope by the looks of it.
The top rope? We don't see that too often around here.
He's trying to tie his boot.
Oh, what the? Oh.
A poor timing, I guess, to try to adjust the gear if you're Punk Sinister there as he went to tie that boot that had come loose on the top rope, and Malik Mayfield taking advantage.
And I think Malik Mayfield's finding a little frustration with Crazy Charlie's counts here, James.
Malik Mayfield, of course, we saw him having that conversation earlier. We're just far enough here from ringside that we weren't able to hear what was being said, but perhaps that's what Malik was doing.
Oh, he's trying to get him into this Chicken wing. Oh!
Dropping Punk Sinister down on his face. This, I was going to say this might be it, but no, Punk Sinister showing some great tenacity there, kicking out of a big move from Malik Mayfield.
Punk Sinister, of course, has been in professional wrestling for a little over a year now. A former light heavyweight champion. This is, oh, he's got the knees up, James. I was going to say this is not a man to take lightly, no matter what demeanor he walks down to ringside with, and we are seeing that proven full force here tonight.
Without a doubt, as you said, only about a year's worth of experience, but still showing that he has learned quite a bit in that time. A very smart, very wrestling savvy move from Punk Sinister there, who just hit a massive drop kick on Malik Mayfield.
Yes, drop kick. Malik Mayfield is flat on his back, hooking the outer leg here. Only a 2 count. Oh, no, it looks like Malik Mayfield with the rope break there. Referee Crazy Charlie acknowledging the rope break from Malik Mayfield. Great ring awareness from this competitor.
Malik, the veteran in this contest, very smart, knowing where he is in the ring and taking advantage of that rope break. Punk Sinister now getting ready to hit Malik with something.
Ooh.
Forearm there, sends him back into the corner.
Out of the corner again. Major knee right into the corner.
Strike in the corner.
Transition into the Bulldog. No, Malik Mayfield using that power advantage to his advantage here, James.
Compressing the tailbone and lower spine of Punk Sinister. Just, once again, smart veteran knowledge from Malik Mayfield, who is still a young competitor in his own right.
Yeah, but think about all the things that we have witnessed across Malik Mayfield's career, everything he's accomplished. He is a multiple-time tag team champion, multiple-time singles champion in his own right. Never held the heavyweight championship here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, but it's only a matter of time for this young competitor, especially with the inertia, the momentum that he walked into this contest with.
Without a doubt, we've seen just a phenomenal display from Malik Mayfield and quite the impressive showing from the debuting Punk Sinister, who's getting shot off the ropes now.
Oh, both men go down hard.
Both men thinking the exact same thing, going for that clothesline. Now both men are down with as much as they've put into this match.
Referee Crazy Charlie already at a count of 7 here, James.
8. Malik Mayfield stirring to his feet.
A count of 9, and both men are back to their feet, James Southard. Incredible tenacity between these two men. Punk Sinister taking Malik Mayfield down with that back elbow there.
Punk Sinister is starting to feel it here. He's hooking Malik Mayfield.
What is this? Oh, sit out.
Spine buster there. Oh, Punk Sinister rolling through. Deciding he needs to do some more damage to Malik Mayfield before he picks up the win.
James, I thought that could have been it right there. I'm interested to see what is Punk Sinister going for here.
He's tucking the arms in here.
Wait, what is... the tripping headbutt. That's it.
A clumsy way to pick up the win, but it still works for Punk Sinister. Santa Clara's own, a newcomer to the sport and a newcomer to UWO, but without a doubt, he tripped and picked up the win.
I don't even know if this man knows where the hell he is right now, James. That's what a lucky way to pick up a victory over such an established competitor in Malik Mayfield.
And attempting a heel click there, perhaps it's just not Punk Sinister's night for agility, but it is his night to pick up the victory in our opening contest here at UWO.
Maybe he workshops that heel click, James, potentially so.
An impressive debut from Punk Sinister, picking up the victory over Malik Mayfield with the tripping headbutt.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an opening contest we just had. Let's take this one down to Double T for our next.
How was that for your opening contest, Oklahoma City? We're just getting started. Our next contest, introducing first, weighing in at 210 pounds, hailing from Skull Valley, this is Malachi!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Malachi, the savior of suffering, is here live at Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. He is one half of your current Empire Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. One half, not only that, of your current AIWF World Tag Team Champions, James.
Without a doubt, a double champ with his partner, Maniac Mike, in the Psychotic Messengers. Without a doubt, they have been putting on some great tag team performances lately, but we're going to see what's in store for Malachi tonight here at UWO in singles competition.
From the mean streets of Detroit, this is the Spotlight Logan Knight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Spotlight Logan Knight is here in Oklahoma City, live at VFW Post 9265 for this contest. Logan Knight, your EPW Empire Pro Wrestling Zone All-American Champion here, James.
Without a doubt, having regained that belt, just a couple months ago from Stryker, it looks like he's going to hold on to it again for a while. Some dominant performances. We'll see how he fares against the savior of suffering tonight in Malachi.
Well, I'll tell you this much. The last time that I saw Logan Knight, last time I believe you were there as well, James. We were on the call for Stryker's very last match in professional wrestling. At the conclusion of that contest, we saw none other at EPW Mid-South Mayhem than Logan Knight show respect to the man that he went to war with for nearly a year.
Finally, a showing of respect between the two, some recognition of Stryker, who we hope is enjoying his retirement, even though it was forced upon him by Empire Pro champion Maddox Jones. But nonetheless, back to this contest here. Perhaps that these two representing some teams that we might see in the future in some Empire Pro Wrestling tag team action.
Most definitely, of course, Empire Pro Wrestling's own The Rebel Hearts, or the entitled Logan Knight, of course, associated with those individuals, Christian Temple and Justin Gray. Wow.
Big cutter to start things off. Logan Knight rolling out of the ring.
And Malachi, of course, associated with the Psychotic Messengers, the current Empire Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. James, I'm sure I don't need to remind you of the intensity of this war that has been going on between the Psychotic Messengers and a majority of the Entitled.
It's been an ongoing battle, basically pick your member of the Entitled, and they've got issues with Psychotic Messengers, Maniac Mike, and Malachi. Logan Knight now just viciously attacking the left knee of Malachi.
Gosh. And that is not looking good to start off this contest for Malachi.
Nobody wants to try to run a race on one wheel walker, and that's what Malachi's got to be worried about as Logan Knight continues to just pick apart that left knee like a surgeon.
James, an interesting statistic to add on to this matchup. Logan Knight is the only competitor that Malachi has not defeated that is a member of the Entitled.
Wow, I had not realized that, Walker. Good job bringing that up. Logan Knight perhaps having that edge, knowing he is the only man that Malachi has not beaten in the Entitled. If Malachi's aware of that, he's got to be trying to make a statement tonight.
Oh, most definitely. Of course, we are going to be seeing the Empire Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships defended at a later date in a triple threat tag team match with the Sanders, the Saints of Pro Wrestling, and of course, X-Rated and the Psychotic Messengers. That has to be on the mind of Malachi, but none other than Logan Knight. He looks like he's going for the Snapmare. Oh, right into the kick of the back here, James.
Just trying to loosen up the vertebrae in Malachi's spine with that kick. He was rattling the bones there.
Oh, most definitely. And it looks like Logan Knight has set him up for that patented Indian deathlock, and I think he's got it locked in there, James.
Yeah, beautiful wrestling right there, again.
Look at the brutality of that move.
Just wrenching on the knee. Of course, the good thing for Malachi is Guy Sterling nowhere to be seen tonight. Otherwise, we know what we'd be seeing from those two.
Oh, most definitely. For the first time in a long time, we are witnessing a Logan Knight match where everyone is on even terms, so to speak, James.
Truly a rarity to see in Logan Knight's matches. Usually, he's got the advantage. He's got the Entitled. He's got the managers like Guy Sterling. He's got everybody behind him. but not tonight. It's just Logan Knight, and he's been holding his own so far against Malachi.
Of course, Irish whip. No, looks like with a sunset flip. Could not complete the entirety of said flip with a fist drop from Logan Knight there. You know, if you're asking me, James, in my journalistic opinion, out of all the professional wrestling that I've watched in my day, Logan Knight needs to spend less time jaw-jacking with these fans and more time focusing on his opponent.
Without a doubt, any chance you give your opponent to recover is an opportunity that they can turn the tide, if you will, and get the momentum back in their favor. But right now, Malachi just trying to crawl and find the ropes as he's being held in this Boston Crab by Logan Knight.
And look at the torque on the back, on the knees, the lower legs. And look at that, he's gotten to the ropes. And our referee here breaking up that submission attempt here. Logan Knight, he's going to have to put that one in the back pocket, maybe save it for later, James.
Stephanie Harding right there to make the count, get Logan Knight off of Malachi. Now Malachi just being stepped on by the spotlight.
Absolutely disrespectful actions from a man who claims to call himself the Spotlight, a representative of America. Do you think this is good representation for the United States, James?
He might be a representation for our badder qualities, but nonetheless, Malachi turning things around here with a Fez press on Logan Knight. Logan back to the corner here. Big splash from Malachi.
Savior splash in the corner. What a phenomenal maneuver there. Malachi building up a full head of steam. That back elbow in the corner once more.
Malachi proclaiming this is it. Logan Knight collapsing out of the corner.
Malachi, this is what he's been looking for.
And the crowd's behind him.
No! He's going for that finishing maneuver of his, but the super kick stopping, halting Malachi in his tracks. Wait, what is this?
Hold on.
Oh!
Logan Knight just using his All-American Championship to blast Malachi in the face, and your winner by DQ, Malachi.
By disqualification, Malachi!
You know, I have to admit to you, James, as I know this is going to go down as a win in the books here for Malachi, for the Savior of Suffering, but he just doesn't exactly look like the winner right now.
Truly a case of perhaps he won the battle, but I have a feeling this war is far from over between these two and their respective partners.
Most definitely. Well, Malachi, he's got all the gold here tonight on full display, and it goes down in the record books. Malachi walks out of here your victor.
A little worse for the wear, but still picking up the victory. Still has both of those championships, and you know that's got to be making Malachi feel good, even if he did get hit in the face with that All-American Championship in a dastardly act that we should have come to expect from the entitled and Logan Knight.
Absolutely despicable. You know, I couldn't imagine Malachi feeling too good after that shot from that title whatsoever.
Next contest, don't forget about the $2 raffle over there. 4 DVDs, a Drake Gallows t-shirt. Also, check out the awesome merch table up there. You can get a Shut Up Red shirt, which I highly recommend. There's tons of posters over there. And speaking of red, the next contest is going to be the grudge match. And if you're not aware, Red James has been talking so much smack on social media that it's about time someone shoves a fist all the way through his skull. Without further ado, making his way to the ring, weighing in at 225 pounds, from Pretty Water, Oklahoma, this is the Foreman, Red James.
Turnbuckle Tim, not one to mince words here with his opinion on Red James.
Yeah, what happened to being impartial here, James?
We hear Red James shouting from the back. He's not a fan of Turnbuckle Tim.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Foreman, Red James, is here. He hasn't exactly adorned himself to this crowd whatsoever here in Oklahoma City, but we have a grudge match in store.
Your water has been commandeered. It has been stolen. It has been pirated.
I was drinking that. What is...
Red James apparently trying to redistribute the wealth of water here.
I haven't come to expect anything less from Red James. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay.
Perhaps a change of heart for the foreman, but I doubt his heart has changed on how he feels towards Ricky Wingrave. This is the grudge match that we've all been waiting for.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it is one-on-one pinfall submissions. Disqualifications, they are all in effect here tonight. But we have a grudge to settle here, James Southern.
These two have been going back and forth on social media for months now, and tonight we get to see them finally face off in the ring.
Onyx, the man from the land of 1,000 fights, weighing in at 250 pounds, Ricky Wingrave.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. This man, you know, comes out all smiles, all jovial, very happy to be here in the company that he helped build, Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. But you know this man is walking in here tonight with a mission, with a motivation unlike any other, and that is to shut up Red James.
Without a doubt. Just a little high over you, Walker. You got lucky this time.
I don't understand how he can miss. I'm 6'6", James.
It has been so personal between these two. Ricky Wingrave not only defending his own honor here, but defending the honor of UWO against the foreman, Red James.
Please shut him up.
He's not only defending the honor of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, James, he's defending our honor here tonight. The honor of these paying fans here at VFW Post 9265.
Let me do your job real quick. Let me do your job better than you can do. The hot dog! Ronnie! Ricky! Wingrave! Ladies and gentlemen!
What do you call him? The hot dog, rowdy, revy? That's...
I believe those were attempted kilt jokes.
Well, I'll have what Red James is having tonight. I'll tell you that much. But ladies and gentlemen,
if
Red
he keeps
James
mouthing off like that, he'll have a fist from Ricky Wingrave
Okay,
soon.
well maybe I'll hold that one. Put it on my tab, James Southern. You know, no one
James
seems more excited to be
strutting
here
back
than
into the corner now.
I was going to say,
very
no one seems more
confident.
excited to be here than Red James here tonight.
Through that shirt. You don't matter so much that they didn't even give you a headset. I don't need one.
Red James here continuing to mouth off with everyone, with you, Walker, with the crowd,
To find your talent.
including our ring announcer here, Double T Turnbuckle Tim Carter.
Yeah, well, my sister wants her child support.
I've got one wife, 2 kids. I take care of them fine, unlike your ex.
Red James here insulting the crowd's ability to take care of their families. That's a new level of disrespect, Walker.
No, I can't understand where this disrespect comes from.
I don't respect you enough. Nobody respects you anymore. Shut up, Brad.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been billed as a grudge match at the special request of 50% owner of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, Ricky Wingrave, because there is a grudge to settle. There's a score to settle here tonight.
There has not been a more clearly defined, for lack of a better term, rift in UWO than that between Red James and Ricky Wingrave.
Explain what a wrestling match is to this special kid.
See, Red James has attempted to, for lack of a better term, radicalize the entirety of the UWO locker room against management here. He believes that he should be, the foreman of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma?
And a big right hand to open things off, but Red James barely rattled.
Hey, Ricky, I want to slap him.
Well, the distraction from our fans here tonight, not paying dividends. Ricky Wingrave is taking it to Red James in this corner here tonight. He's calling for it. No. Strikes on strikes from Ricky Wingrave out of the corner. We said this was a grudge match. We knew that fist would be a flying here tonight, James Southern.
And that they are, as Ricky Wingrave with a big bulldog out of the corner.
Going for the cover, but of course that rope break there. Great ring awareness, of course, from Red James.
Red James trying to plead to our referee here, senior official Brent Wall. Red James here challenging Ricky Wingrave.
Right here in front of everyone, hot dog. Let's get it going. There yet? Make your friend Morrison proud back there.
You know, it feels like Red James is trying to turn this into a bit of a spitting for distance contest, if you will.
And a big chop to open up Red James's chest there from Ricky Wingrave.
Going for it. Oh!
And another just massive palm from Ricky Wingrave. And an uppercut sends Red James flat of his back in the center of the ring.
Like I said earlier on, we're seeing this come to fruition. The fists are a-flying. And Ricky Wingrave is feeling himself here tonight, James.
Without a doubt, he's got a great start here against Red James. Red James stealing my water bottle now. Oh! Ricky Wingrave meeting Red James there with a punch to the gut. Now letting one of the UWO faithful fire a chop in on Red James. You never know when you will be part of the action at UWO, Walker.
Well, I guess that'll be the last time that Red James talks about how anyone raises their family in this building here tonight. This is insane. Laying him across like a surgeon. The precision on that fan.
And another one here. A bad night to be Red James. Everybody letting their animosities out on him.
You know, I guess that's what happens whenever you draw the ire of the fans here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Oh, what a dastardly shot there from Red James.
A desperation move, but say what you will about it, it has allowed Red James to take control in this contest once again.
Oh, and that kick right to that previously injured right knee of Ricky Wingrave. While I don't believe he's been sidelined from action due to a knee injury before, he has a history of knee problems, and that is being targeted right now by Red James. This man has done his homework tonight, it seems.
Without a doubt, people don't realize, you know, sometimes just because somebody's not permanently out of action, they're still dealing with these injuries. You can only take a beating like this and you're not coming out unscathed. And so we've seen Ricky Wingrave fight through tremendous knee problems, knee injuries, having to tape it up and support it. And so Red James has obviously seen his fair share of Ricky Wingrave matches and knows exactly where to pinpoint.
And you know just as well as I know, if you cut a man's legs out from underneath him, it's going to be a lot harder for him to win a professional wrestling contest.
Oh, just grinding the knuckles into the rib cage of Ricky Wingrave is Red James. Just despicable actions here. Calling for one more. Going into the neck of Ricky Wingrave. Begging him to tap.
Red James, an incredibly vocal competitor, as the fans here at UWO are experiencing. We were actually there live for Red James's professional wrestling debut at UWO Dojo Wars.
Without a doubt, we got to see our first look at Red James there and an impressive first showing. And so far, he's been proving pretty impressive.
Count this one, baby.
Well, hooking the outer leg here. One.
Only a 2 count there.
It was only a 2 count, Red James.
Red James back to jaw-jacking and insulting these UWO fans here.
You know, I don't understand why Red James just can't come in and play by the same rules as everyone else. Why does he have to find himself in a position of power?
If you ask Red James, he would tell you that some people are just born leaders. But are you, Red James, somebody you want leading UWO into the future?
No,
and I think that's what Ricky Wingrave's issue with him is.
It sounds a bit more like a superiority complex, maybe. Who am I to be diagnosing people here tonight? Red James is on full offense here right now. Ricky Wingrave, he's got to be able to put those shields up if he wants to be able to stay in this contest.
Without a doubt, it's a commentary table, not a therapist's couch. So, back to the action. Ricky Wingrave hard into the corner there.
I gotta admit, James, I think Red James could utilize some sort of a therapist couch, if you will. This man has a lot of anger. He takes it out on us. He takes it out on these fans. I don't understand it.
Perhaps he just needs a few good coping mechanisms, but right now, Ricky Wingrave on the receiving end of one of those coping mechanisms, a boot to the face. Just trying to blind Ricky Wingrave there. And Red James now taking issue with our official senior referee, Brent Wall.
I have it on good authority that Ricky Wingrave actually requested senior official Brent Wall to be involved in this contest. He wanted to make sure that everything was called directly down the line. You know, as Red James has been attempting to radicalize the locker room here, count of 2.
There's a reason he's called the most official, and he is in charge of this contest right now. Red James in charge of Ricky Wingrave at the moment. Just slapping Ricky Wingrave.
Ricky Wingrave is finding himself back to a vertical base here.
Taking no disrespect and not backing down from Red James as Ricky Wingrave. The mist just flying off of the head of Ricky Wingrave.
You know, this is the point where if I was Red James, I'd be doubting myself. Look at that open-handed palm slap right to the face of Red James. Ricky Wingrave now, he's got him lifted up, vertical suplex, flat on his back.
And then a kick square to the lower back just to seal the deal and keep doing damage to that back. That seems to be the body part that Ricky Wingrave is targeting here.
DDT!
Dropping Red James on his head there. Taking a moment to release his anger, but perhaps he should have gone for the pin and seen if he could have gotten a 3 count on Red James there.
Well, you know just as well as I do, it's not about who wins or who loses this contest. It's about who becomes the most broken within this contest. This is a grudge match we are experiencing here, James. I'm sure both of these men just want to win just as much as the other. But let's be honest, winning is not what matters to Ricky Wingrave. It is the damage, it is the pain that he is inflicting on his opponent.
It has been a personal feud between these two. It just bitter rivals. And now we're finally getting to see that culminate here. And I can't say I blame Ricky Wingrave for wanting to do some extra damage to Red James.
Ricky Wingrave is choking Red James out on... Hey, I don't... Okay.
I know Ricky he's got some anger here towards Red James, rightfully so, but to take it out on our official Brent Wall, this is some next level, just anger, rage from Ricky Wingrave.
I don't want to point this out real quick. Ricky Wingrave just threatened the livelihood of our senior official here tonight.
This has become beyond personal between these two. And it's really, this has to play out because it's taking its toll on everybody in the UWO locker room.
Most
Nobody's
definitely
untouched by this.
I completely agree with you, James Southard. And Ricky Wingrave now going for the cover. No, I thought he was going for the cover here. Laying in these mounted punches. At a certain point, referee Brent Wall has to step in here.
Red James almost unable to defend himself, barely able to keep his hands up at this point after just eating a deluge of punches from Ricky Wingrave. Ricky Wingrave now taking a moment to enjoy having thrown Red James out of the ring. Red James just crawling, trying to find his way to his feet on the backside of the ring. Ricky Wingrave now jaw-jacking with Brent Wall, convincing him to start the count.
Red James is completely laid out here on the outside of the ring. And Ricky Wingrave has to be feeling proud of himself right now, James Southard.
Without a doubt, he's brought the fight. When Red James made it this personal, we should have known Ricky Wingrave was down to fight.
I mean, this is a man who's willing to take a count-out victory right now just because of the animosity between these. Oh, my God.
Red James, he's busted open. We just got a look of him here as he crawled into the ring.
Red James is gushing blood here.
Red James begging Brent Wall, please. But he doesn't want to end this match.
Oh my gosh, did you see that? That shot right between the legs of Ricky Wingrave.
And he's stolen Brent Wall's glasses as he did it.
What the? Brent Wall, I mean, our
Brent
senior
Wall
official
can't
cannot
see.
see without his glasses. What is going on here? And the brass, that is a pair of brass knuckles there, James Southern. What the hell is Red James doing?
Red James now just crawling to pin a lifeless.
I think that's.
And Ricky's foot's on the ropes. Look at that. Ricky Wingrave's foot was on the rope.
All Brent Wall saw was a shoulder down, and he made the count. What is.
Red James is stealing the official's glasses.
Hold up. I'll do your job, buddy. Come on, you. Got it. And you winner of the grudge match, the foreman, Red James.
Claiming he got the job done. He did pick up the victory tonight.
Yeah, but think about the methodations that he had to go through, all the steps that it took for Red James to pick up what I will call a cheap victory on record over Ricky Wingrave.
Without a doubt, a tainted victory, so perhaps this was the first of many grudge matches to come between these two. I don't think this one's over.
No, usually we see grudge matches settling competitions of this nature. But let's be honest here, James. Between you and I, this is far from over.
Without a doubt, the look on Ricky Wingrave's face says it all. He might have been on the receiving end of some brass knuckles tonight, but I'm sure he'll have something in mind to get back at the foreman.
What the? And Ricky Wingrave just tore up that fan's sign in the front row.
Obviously distraught, not the result Ricky Wingrave wanted tonight, and expressing that frustration here against.
Enjoy that grudge match. That is the type of hard-hitting action that is to follow. Drake Gallows earlier said we had hard-hitting matches tonight. The next contest is for the RDW Brass Knuckle Championship. It is under brass knuckle rules, which means anything goes. Coming to the ring first, your defending champion, Rockin' Ronnie Morton.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, look who we have here. None other than your Red Dirt Wrestling Brass Knuckles champion. He is Rockin' Ronnie Morton.
Rockin' Ronnie is always down for a fight and always ready to defend that RDW Brass Knuckles title. He wears it proudly. He's ready to defend it tonight against a very, very challenging opponent.
Most definitely, this is a man who he has a deep-rooted rivalry, a deep-rooted history with, none other than Ryan the Ripper, James Southern.
And his opponent from Ripley, Oklahoma, this is Ryan the Ripper.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan the Ripper yet to hold championship gold here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, but a former champion in many parts of Oklahoma, a former Empire Pro Wrestling Internet Television champion, a championship which, James, he did not lose
No, he was forced to vacate that title due to injury. So, you know, he's got to be looking for some singles gold once again. Ronnie Morton there showing that title off to the crowd. He's proud of it. He doesn't want to lose it. You know he's going to be trying everything in his playbook to try to hold on to that brass knuckles title.
Most definitely. Referee Crazy Charlie is in the building for this one. Ryan the Ripper is going to be taking on Rockin' Ronnie Morton.
Crazy Charlie still making sure to check for weapons, even though this is a no disqualification match. Both men are clear. He's ready to get this match started, and we are underway for the RDW Brass Knuckles title here at UWO, Oklahoma City.
You know, how fitting that we are underway with a Brass Knuckles championship. I mean, I think Red James should consider joining this division after his heinous actions in our previous contest, James Southard.
Without a doubt, you know, it takes someone who could use Brass Knuckles to hold the Brass Knuckles title, so maybe he should look at throwing his hat in the proverbial ring here for the Brass Knuckles Championship. But right now, Rockin' Ronnie Morton, excuse me, folks, trying to keep a hold of that title with some big forearms there to the shoulder and back of the head of Ryan the Ripper.
Trying to rip that arm out of socket. I mean, I don't know if Ryan can rip anything without his left arm here, James. And again, really just working on that arm. Rockin' Ronnie Morton, picking a body part and trying to isolate said body part. You know, Ryan the Ripper is known for his, wow, massive clothesline. Ryan the Ripper is known for his very striking game. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, if Ryan the Ripper has his left arm isolated, an arm which we usually see him throw those southpaw jabs, James Southard. How is that going to impact this contest?
Ronnie Morton going out after Ryan the Ripper. It didn't work out for him. He gets cut off there, going to the eyes.
The gouging of the eyes? Oh! Oh, no, and this isn't good. It's never a good sign when Ryan the Ripper looks underneath a UWO ring.
He's looking for some plunder, and what has he found? A crutch.
Oh, no. One of these men is going to need that crutch after this is all over. Oh! Bending that crutch across the turnbuckle pole.
Ryan the Ripper just being thrown into that pole, taken for a tour.
Absolutely devastating. Is that a baseball bat?
My God.
That's going to cause some damage. Ronnie Morton, right in the arm.
Hitting the arm. Now trying to take both arms away from Ryan the Ripper.
Well, again, we talked, I mean, that's incredible strategy on the side of Ronnie Morton. If Ryan the Ripper cannot utilize those arms, cannot utilize that striking advantage that he holds over Morton, oh, my God.
Oh, my. Things have gotten interesting. There is Singapore Cane is out at UWO. Oh, Ronnie Morton bending that cane over the head.
That is the power.
Ryan the Ripper.
The power of the Brass Knucks champion is on full display here. And you see this vicious nature out of Ronnie Morton here tonight.
Rockin' Ronnie now bringing another crutch into play in this contest. Just bringing it across the back of Ryan the Ripper.
You know, Ronnie Morton, of course, dedicating this match to his dearly beloved wife who has recently passed away. What is this? This match is over.
We have a submission with the crutch from Rockin' Ronnie Morton.
And still, the RDW Brass Knuckle Champion, Rockin' Ronnie Morton.
What a matchup. What a brutal affair we just witnessed. Rockin' Ronnie Morton, still your Red Dirt Wrestling Brass Knuckles champion. And I think, James Southard, it might be a while. I think Ryan the Ripper might think twice before he decides to take it to Rockin' Ronnie Morton one more time.
Without a doubt, Ryan came out impressive, but Rockin' Ronnie Morton proved why he is the Brass Knuckles champion of RDW.
Holding up to that Morton family lineage that he so holds. And Ryan the Ripper, well, it's back to the drawing board.
Let's throw it back down to our ring announcer, Double T Turnbuckle Tim.
I love that guy.
Great guy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard Double T Turnbuckle Tim. We will be right back after this short intermission.
From Salem, Massachusetts, this is Luna Nightshade.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Velvet Voice Walker Stewart. We are back here live in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma for more Unified Wrestling Oklahoma action. As we get forth with our next contest, we have a ladies match. The ladies division is on full display here tonight. As from Salem, Massachusetts, we have Luna Nightshade. Luna Nightshade, a very competent competitor. Very excited to be here tonight in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. What a phenomenal competitor that we have on deck here tonight, as I am joined by none other than Diamond Jim James Southern. James, how are you doing today?
It is a great night for some women's pro wrestling here at UWO in the VFW Post 9265 in Oklahoma City. Luna Nightshade already in the ring. Let's bring out the next competitor.
Yes, we will.
The current UWO queen. She is the rising phoenix of Dallas, Texas, Nova Phoenix.
UWO's current long-standing homecoming queen of the year 2022. Our inaugural homecoming queen here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. It is the Rising Phoenix, Nova Phoenix, James.
Without a doubt, what a great ladies' night event that was. We saw Nova Phoenix win that one-night tournament to become the queen of UWO. Now she's here to show her strength against some great competitors.
And you want to talk about UWO Ladies Night 2 homecoming queen from earlier in January. Let's talk about it. Nova Phoenix and Luna Nightshade faced off against one and another in that tournament, James Southern. We are seeing a run back, a rematch of the ages. Nova Phoenix taking on Luna Nightshade. Let's get to it. Well, the bell is sounded. The match is underway. A schoolgirl roll-up and only a one count. Luna Nightshade comes in hot on Nova Phoenix. And James, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the correct strategy that Luna Nightshade would want to take if she wants to come out victorious in this contest.
Now a La Casita roll from Luna Nightshade, showing some of that lucha-influenced shades of Negro Casas.
Innovative offense there. Sunset flip, rolling her through. Only a 2 count. Luna Nightshade could pick up a shocking victory here tonight if she keeps this one up, James.
She's been showing her strength so far, using her speed to take down the larger, stronger Nova Phoenix, and this is what Luna Nightshade needs to do if she wants to stay in control in this one.
Oh, going for it. Monkey flip out of the corner. Luna Nightshade on full offense here tonight. Nova Phoenix is on wobbly legs. Well, I guess I spoke too soon, James.
Just playing possum, bringing Luna Nightshade into the corner at full speed and just delivering a massive forearm that put Nova Phoenix on top in this contest.
We get a snap mare out of the corner. Nova Phoenix now with that rear chin lock applied here, trying to weaken the standings here of Luna Nightshade, trying to see what she has to do to put this competitor away.
Just rattling the spine of Luna Nightshade there with those kicks.
Well, if there's one thing that Nova Phoenix does have competency in, it is putting away Luna Nightshade. Once, like I mentioned, Luna Nightshade and Nova Phoenix did go one-on-one in that Ladies Night 2 Homecoming Queen tournament. And we saw how that turned out, James.
Of course, Nova Phoenix using her size, her strength, and her experience to her advantage to pick up the win in that contest, and that's how she's in control in this match right now.
But here's the thing, 6 months down the line, that is a lot of time for Luna Nightshade to study tape, to be in the ring training every single day, just like we have known her to do. Luna Nightshade has only become greater of a competitor since the last time that we saw these two face off. So who's to say how this one's going to turn out? Nova Phoenix out of the corner.
That is true, but as I said, right now, Nova Phoenix still in control. Luna might have acquired those skills, but right now, Nova Phoenix isn't leaving her the opening to show them.
Just shoving that boot right in the side of the neck, right in the side of the face of Luna Nightshade. So disrespectful from our homecoming queen.
just a foot the size of Luna Nightshade's head, just pushing down into the corner.
And Nova Phoenix now, oh, running knee right to the side of the face of Luna Nightshade once more. That could have ruptured an eardrum, James. A multitude of extremities damaged by that knee. Going for the cover here. Only a 2 count, James Southard.
Only 2 there for Nova Phoenix, excuse me. An impressive knee strike there. I'm surprised Luna Nightshade is still conscious.
Oh, and what is Nova Phoenix doing here? Somebody stop this. Bringing Luna Nightshade back to a vertical base off the ropes here. Clothesline, sitting her down hard, flattening her like a pancake.
Massive clothesline there from Nova Phoenix, taking down Luna Nightshade. Now just using that middle strand of ropes to her advantage.
Crashing to the mat goes Luna Nightshade. She is looking worse for wear here, I might admit, James.
She has been taking a beating in this one, Luna Nightshade, that is. Now trying to fire up a little bit against Nova Phoenix. Nova Phoenix with a slap just rocking Luna Nightshade, now picking her up.
Strikes on strikes between these two. Wow, sidewalk slam. Nova Phoenix hooking the outer leg. Only a 2 count, though, says our referee. Nova Phoenix is trying to reassess her strategy here. We've talked this entire time about the power game, and it looks like she is going to utilize that strength in a different form here, James.
Trying to crush the ribs of Luna Nightshade here. Now hooking back in a dragon sleeper, too, with the grapevining the legs.
I don't see any way that Luna Nightshade could get out of this one here, James.
Luna Nightshade is in some serious trouble here. Nova Phoenix adjusting the grip, switching into a rear chin lock.
It's only a matter of time before she seeps that dragon sleeper right back in. No, bringing her. Oh! The whippersnapper, and now Luna Nightshade to the middle rope she goes. What are we going to see here? Oh my gosh!
Another huge stunner jacking the jaw of Nova Phoenix. Luna Nightshade going up, calling for something else here.
Potentially looking for a repeat. No. Nova Phoenix, and our referee has gone down. What?
We have a referee down at.
And here, what is going on here? Becky,
who is this with her? Who's this mysterious man?
Jason the Butler. We've seen him once or twice here before. And
Jason the Butler here is seemingly holding Becky's skirt while she's delivering this mud hole stomping to Luna Nightshade.
A fairy tale ending for Becky here tonight, but Luna Nightshade is looking worse for wear here. This is basically a handicap match.
Nova Phoenix now to her feet.
And our referee is still down and out. She took a really hard shot there from those two ladies.
The feet right to the side of the head and then bouncing her head off the mat. Our referee's down at Becky begging for forgiveness, saying we're on the same team, but Nova Phoenix cares about no one.
And Jason the Butler going to the aid here of Becky, but I don't know if Nova Phoenix is someone I would want to step to. Oh my God!
Jason it just chopped down like a tree.
Nova Phoenix taking out the trash, and now what is this? Going for it here.
Jason and Becky retreating. Nova Phoenix with the Yokosuka cutter. Our referee now coming to.
And that's it.
Nova Phoenix taking care of the interference and taking care of her opponent, Luna Nightshade, here in this one. What a dominant performance from Nova.
No, I completely agree with you here, James. Nova Phoenix epitomizes the word dominance. And we've seen that put to the test here time after time. Jason the Butler, Becky, Luna Nightshade, and now Nova Phoenix.
Luna Nightshade just rolling lifelessly out of the ring. Nova Phoenix stands tall. the queen of UWO, proving once again why she earned that title.
Well, Luna Nightshade put up a hell of a battle, a hell of a war. Went through hell and back to get right where she is right now.
The heart of Luna Nightshade was on full display. Oh, I see tables. You know what this means, Walker.
Oh, I know.
Let's throw it down to Turnbuckle Tim.
And I guess these people spoiled it for us. Your next match is going to be a tables match. Now, in order to win this match, you must physically put your opponent through the table. You yourself going through the table does not make the other person win. You have to force the other man through the table. Introducing first, from the pages of Creepy Pasta, this is Umbra!
Well, James, I knew this match was on the docket, but I guess I just forgot about the intimidating nature that is the man who hails from the pages of the creepypasta.
An imposing masked man in Umbra. What can we say? Terrifying and enigmatic, a strange, truly strange individual.
You know, strange might be putting it lightly here, James. Umbra slowly making his way to the ring here tonight. Double T might want to be careful. I'd be shaking in my boots if I was Turnbuckle Tim right now.
He's not a man I would want to have to stand in the ring with for very long, that's for sure. I pity Double T.
Your next contestant from the Crow's Nest. This is the urban legend, Gallows.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the urban legend Drake Gallows is here, back in VFW Post 9265 in Oklahoma City for in-ring competition for the first time in a long time, James.
And the people are showing him some love. Just listen to this crowd here. Everybody wants a high five. Everybody loves Drake Gallows and is glad to see him back in a UWO ring right here in Oklahoma City.
We are residing in the house that Drake Gallows built, but ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have ourselves a tables match. It is no disqualifications, no pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, just carnage and destruction. The only way to win this match, James Southern, as you know, you must put your opponent forcefully through one of these tables that surround ringside here tonight.
Without a doubt, and it's going to be interesting to see which one of these, both of them are very solid competitors, and we're going to see who can get the other up and get them through a table. It's going to be just a phenomenal match in terms of hard-hitting action.
Well, you want to talk about someone who's privy to tables, who's privy to the hardcore elements of professional wrestling. You want to talk about the urban legend Drake Gallows, man.
Umbra here taking exception with our fine staff at UWO. Our ring announcer slash social media guy, Turnbuckle Tim, over here. Getting some great content for the UWO TikTok account. Make sure you're subscribed to that. If you're on TikTok, make sure you give us a like on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and join our Patreon.
As here we go, enough about social media. Let's talk about this tables match. A collar and elbow here turned into a side headlock.
Some impressive technical ability on display and some impressive biting shown from Drake Gallows, attempting to recreate his entrance there with Umbra's mask.
You know, tell me where they utilize that sort of style in amateur wrestling, James. I don't know if that's exactly technical to say the least, but
It's Drake Gallows technical. And a big body slam there on Umbra.
You know, who do you think that a match like this sort of favors between Drake Gallows and Umbra? I mean, we're talking about a hardcore legend that is Drake Gallows, but we are talking about one of the most imposing figures to ever step through a Unified Wrestling Oklahoma locker room, and that is Umbra.
Without a doubt, you've got to give Drake Gallows the advantage in matches like these, the hardcore matches, the tables matches, the TLC matches. Drake Gallows has done it all. Umbra hasn't proven himself in matches like these, but he's proven in other competitions he's a very, very dangerous man.
Most definitely, James. I have to agree with your assessment here. Right into that table.
Drake Gallows trying to end things early. He doesn't get paid by the hour, folks.
None of us do. Drake Gallows is now loading a first table into the ring here. It looks like he's trying to direct traffic. Oh, but Umbra raking the eyes of the urban legend. It's going to be pretty hard to throw someone through a table if you can't even see the direction you're throwing people, James.
Without a doubt, the rake to the eyes blinding Drake Gallows. Now, I guess it would count if you can put him through one of these plastic tables, but it would be a much more difficult task for Umbra here.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Umbra to make an attempt.
A vicious man in Umbra and an equally dangerous
Drake Gallows. Oh my gosh, sending him careening right into that steel pole.
The hip, the knee, the lower back of Umbra just slammed into that ring post.
Umbra's got to be in a world of pain right now, James Southard. The second table loaded into the ring.
Drake Gallows here now propping another table up in the corner. Tables scattered amongst the VFW posts here at ringside, in the ring. Everywhere is dangerous if you're Umbra right now.
I'd say anywhere is dangerous in the VFW here tonight, man. Look at the two competitors that we have facing off in this contest. I don't think this man calls himself the urban legend for no reason, James. That is a title that is earned. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it just dropping an atomic drop of sorts for Umbra on the just top edge of that chair. What a brutal maneuver from Drake Gallows.
You know, I think that might be beyond atomic. That is ion splitting right now, James.
Umbra now begging for mercy, but you're not going to find it from Crazy Charlie, and you're not going to find it from Drake Gallows in this match.
And the crack of that steel chair across the back of Umbra.
And the chair literally bent over the back of Umbra.
You know, and I think our assessment was correct in the beginning of this contest whenever we said that Drake Gallows would find himself in his own wheelhouse here tonight. He is in his home here at VFW Post 9265, and he is in his own match style. Umbra tossing Drake Gallows directly into that steel turnbuckle pole.
Taking advantage of the slightest opening left by Drake Gallows, but that's what Umbra has to do if he wants to win this contest. Now trying to choke the life out of Drake.
And these fans here tonight fully behind the urban legend, Drake Gallows. Massive splash in the corner from the big man from the creepypasta pages.
We truly can't put over. This is he's a big man. I haven't seen a guy this close in height to Drake Gallows. It's truly a very even contest here.
Most definitely. And now Irish whip out of the corner. Reverse, no, do-si-do, and a kick to the gut right there. DDT spiked directly on Umbra's skull.
Dropping Umbra on the top of his head. And Drake Gallows, just force of habit, attempting to pin Umbra there. Now realizing what he's got to do to win this match.
Yeah, Drake Gallows calling a shot Babe Ruth style. We'll see exactly how that turns out for him.
Umbra now staggered against the post, but Drake Gallows hurt himself on that one. Perhaps Umbra has something in that mask to make it just a little bit harder there. Drake Gallows really reacting to that headbutt.
Well, it might be that thick skull of Umbra. And now Drake Gallows, oh my gosh, you want to talk about that skull? That skull might be cracked open as we speak.
Just slamming the head of Umbra back into that table. The head has to be pounding of Umbra right now.
My head's pounding just watching this, James.
Umbra finding a little bit of a rally.
Snapmare there. Off the ropes goes Umbra. Oh, big.
Shining Wizard right there, taking Drake Gallows down. These fans not appreciating Umbra at all.
These fans have no interest in what Umbra has to offer. These fans came here to see Umbra put through a table by the urban legend here tonight.
Umbra, though, doing his best to prevent that here, taking Drake to a table.
I mean,
returning the favor, if you will.
Could you imagine what it would do for the career of Umbra to pick up a massive victory over the urban legend Drake Gallows here tonight in his hometown?
In his hometown, and a return from a couple of months away from action, it would be huge for Umbra. In fact, this might be his opportunity to pick up a win like that.
You know, what a way to showcase that you have what it takes to make it in UWO. Like picking up a victory over management. What's going on here? Umbra now sending Drake Gallows right into that table. No, big back elbow shot. Umbra staggered.
Drake Gallows looking to take advantage of that big back elbow he landed. Umbra preventing his fall there, trying not to break that table.
And that's the thing when it comes to an Irish whip into a table. You know, you have to have a certain amount of inertia, a certain amount of momentum going your direction. What is Umbra doing to Crazy Charlie? No!
Crazy Charlie's down. Crazy Charlie just went through the table.
This might be the craziest thing I've ever seen. Drake Gallows has just taken out Crazy Charlie. James, somebody needs to go check on that man.
I'm speechless here. Hopefully somebody in the back can get out here and check on Crazy Charlie.
And here's the thing, even if Umbra puts Drake Gallows through that table right there, well, never mind, referee Brent Wall.
And Stephanie Harding, we have both of our other officials out here to check on Charlie, thankfully.
But I don't think those two are paying any attention to what's happening in this contest right now.
Umbra going for
What is Umbra putting Drake Gallows right through that table, but the referees, they didn't see it.
Our referee crew trying to get Charlie to the back, rightfully so. He was smashed through that table.
I don't know what to make of this tonight, James. We need a referee back out here.
I'm sure one of our referee crew will be back out here shortly, but nonetheless, that doesn't change the fact that we just watched Drake Gallows be put through a table by Umbra.
But this match is not over. You know that just as well as I do, James. A referee did not see it. Umbra is trying to set up this table, rearrange a little furniture here tonight. And look, he's shown that he can do it just then. He's trying to put a finishing touch on this match once and for all.
Well, we're still waiting on a referee here. They're getting Charlie some help, and as I said, rightfully so. You saw Drake Gallows basically spear him through that table.
Umbra. I don't think Umbra realizes who he's messing with right now, James Southern. Drake Gallows. Wait, what the?
Hold on. Here comes Ryan the Ripper.
What the hell is Ryan the Ripper doing here? Haven't we seen enough of this man here tonight?
Perhaps some sort of an alliance has been formed here, but as these two just double team Drake Gallows.
And Umbra and Ryan the Ripper, I mean, we know about the very, very long history between Ryan the Ripper and Drake Gallows. These two have gone to war multiple times over for multiple championships across this great state.
Without a doubt, a long-standing rivalry in this wrestling industry is being displayed, and now he's got a new ally against Drake Gallows, it seems. Perhaps
there is no referee here to stop this. And even if there was, there's no disqualifications in this contest. Umbra and Ryan the Ripper are putting boots to asses, and there is no one that can do anything about it.
Drake Gallows just being choked out by the foot of Ryan the Ripper. These two are just running roughshod over Drake Gallows.
Roughshod might be putting it lightly. And Ryan the Ripper now directing traffic.
Umbra going up top now.
This isn't something that we often see from Umbra. But look who it is. It's Andrew Phoenix.
Andrew Phoenix coming to make the save for his buddy Drake Gallows.
I cannot believe what we are witnessing here tonight. Drake Gallows sending Ryan the Ripper. And Drake now, massive headbutt to Ryan the Ripper. These two have been through wars. These men have put each other through hell. What the? Oh my God.
Just a massive hip toss from Drake Gallows on Ryan the Ripper onto the leg of the table.
But no matter what, this match is still undergoing.
Umbra now laying the chops in on Andrew Phoenix on the other side of the ring.
We finally have some sort of referee staff here. Hopefully Brent Wallen and Miss Harding can put this under control.
Crazy Charlie now receiving medical attention in the back. Our referee crew back out here to help try to regain some sort of order in this contest. Senior referee Brent Wall taking the assignment for this one.
And while Ryan the Ripper and Andrew Phoenix are still brawling it out here on the outside, Drake Gallows and Umbra, I mean, this match is still... Wait, what is Ryan the Ripper doing here?
Ryan the Ripper going up to the second rope. Oh.
Andrew Phoenix now.
Andrew Phoenix catching him.
What the? Oh my God.
Don't do it, Andrew.
I can't believe this.
Oh! Andrew Phoenix sends Ryan the Ripper through the table by his suspenders.
Andrew Phoenix just put Ryan the Ripper through a table. Umbra.
And eats a boot from Umbra. Umbra eats a boot of his own.
Drake Gallows now. This is gonna be it. Power bomb. This match is over.
What a match that was, Walker. I think we've seen it all.
I don't know if I could take seeing any more. James, what a litany of things have happened in this contest. It's almost hard to recap. But nothing matters more than what we see right now, than this conclusive finish in the middle of the ring. These fans know exactly what just happened. Drake Gallows wins this contest. The urban legend does it again.
Throwing his buddy Andrew Phoenix in the ring. He's gonna celebrate with his buddy Andrew. What a great moment here at UWO. These fans love Drake Gallows, and they love Andrew Phoenix.
And how could you not, James? Drake Gallows has a lot to thank Andrew Phoenix for here tonight. I mean, without Andrew Phoenix, Drake Gallows might have been toast. He could have been put out of action permanently.
Without a doubt, Andrew Phoenix saves the day for the urban legend. It pays to have friends, doesn't it, Walker?
Most definitely, especially friends like Andrew Phoenix.
I'm receiving word now from the back. Crazy Charlie is being checked out by medical staff at this time. We will have an update for you very, very soon. We saw him get basically speared through a table by Drake Gallows in this contest. We saw Ryan the Ripper Allen get involved, and he got put through a broken table. He got put through the legs of a table for his troubles, Walker.
Absolutely incredible action that we have seen. We will be updating you about the health conditions of Crazy Charlie. But James, safe to say, we most likely won't be seeing him for the rest of the night.
Without a doubt, a tremendous being thrown through a table. It takes some force, and Drake Gallows put Crazy Charlie through that table with a tremendous amount of force.
Unintentionally, might I add. James, could you imagine what it would be like if one of us were thrown into the ring and speared through a table unwillingly?
I can't imagine it. You know that's not what Crazy Charlie signed up for, but nonetheless, he's getting checked out by medical professionals in the back. We're getting the ring cleared up from this tables match because we have still got so much more action to come. The UWO Heavyweight Championship is going to be on the line in our scheduled, our announced main event. KJ Gold taking on Derrick James, but then we will, UWO management refused to sanction this match, so we have an additional main event, a lights out main event.
Exactly, our after hours main event here tonight, unsanctioned by UWO management, a dog collar chain match, what is certainly to be a bloody affair here tonight, James. Brawler Morrison taking on Mitch Onyx.
A former UWO champion taking on one of UWO's top rising prospects. It's going to be a phenomenal match. There's going to be, we thought we've seen the violence. We thought we've seen it in a brass knuckles match. We thought we saw it in this tables match, but we haven't seen anything yet. We still have that, our lights out, our after dark, our after hours main event, a dog collar chain match. It's going to be violent. Again, parental discretion advised. I can't promise what Brawler Morrison and Mitch Onyx are going to do to each other.
Well, there's no telling what these two men are going to do, how these two men are going to brutalize each other in this ring. But let's talk about what we have coming up next. Coming up next, we're going to have the Beau Show. Beau Benton making his Unified Wrestling Oklahoma debut. In fact, James Southern, I'm not just giving you one, I am giving you two debuts here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be Beau Benton taking on none other than Neogenesis.
Both of these competitors they're big boys. I got to see them when they were working out and in the locker room earlier today. It's going to be a battle of the big men. Beau Benton, a U.S. Army veteran, a combat engineer, he's chasing his dream now, pursuing professional wrestling. He's a hell of an athlete, and I can't wait to see him in competition against Neogenesis.
Beyond that, of course, we do have the aforementioned UWO Heavyweight Championship match where the UWO Heavyweight Champion Derrick James will be taking on the first DG Dojo graduate. It is going to be KJ Gold. This man is looking to bring the golden era in to Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. I mean, could you imagine what it would do for the career of this young man to pick up a victory over the UWO Heavyweight Championship and take his title in the process in his very first professional contest here live in front of these fans?
Without a doubt, I hope Derrick James isn't taking KJ Gold lightly. We've seen him in some competition at UWO pop-up events, and he has been very impressive. I can't wait to see him take on our reigning defending champion Derrick James. Say what you will about him, there's a reason he's got that belt.
Beyond this, I have it on good record, I have it on good authority here, James Southern, that Derrick James does not have Tuck Davian by his side here tonight.
That might be a bit of a Derrick James taking KJ Gold lightly. I mean, why would you not bring somebody like Tuck Davian, who's just been basically, he's the only reason Derrick James is the champion. Let's go back to what happened when he defeated Brawler Morrison on New Year's Eve for that title. Tuck Davian is the reason we have UWO champion Derrick James.
You are completely correct in that assessment, James Southern. It is going to be very interesting to see what happens whenever we see Derrick James, our UWO heavyweight champion, go one-on-one with the Golden Era Zone, KJ Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take it back to your ringside competition. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more UWO action here tonight as we see the Beau Show. Beau, Benton, James Southern, you and I have had the great pleasure of calling a few Beau Benton matches. What is your take on this rising star?
He has definitely got a great future in professional wrestling. Beau Benton, as we mentioned, former U.S. Army veteran, a combat engineer. This man knows how to bring the boom, let's say, when it comes to the wrestling ring. He's got some great size. He's very, very agile. I think he's got a great future. He's just got to get some experience, and we can say the same thing about his opponent tonight.
Most definitely. Well, James, I got to tell you, I'm not entirely familiar with our competitor here tonight in Neogenesis. I know, of course, this man recently made his NCWO debut down south in McAlester, Oklahoma.
Without a doubt, and he put on an impressive performance there, but we'll see what he can do against the Beau Show, Beau Benton. We spoke with Neogenesis earlier, got some statistics on it. He's 6'2", 255 pounds. As I said, we've got some big boys in the ring right now,
yes,
and it's going to be impressive to see who has the advantage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the bell has sounded. This match is underway. It is Neogenesis taking on Beau Benton of the Beau Show. Looking to bring the Beau Show here to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You might have seen this man all across the Tulsa metro area. Of course, in a live wrestling entertainment where Beau Benton put on some incredible classic matches. However, we have found his way all the way to Oklahoma City for Unified Wrestling Oklahoma to take on none other than Neogenesis.
As we mentioned, Beau Benton, you know, a rookie basically just starting his career here in UWO. You've seen him in AWE in Tulsa. You've seen him at King of Sports Wrestling down in Texas. So he's definitely looking to grow and hone his craft, and that's what he's getting a chance to do here against Neogenesis. Some impressive agility from Neogenesis here.
I was not expecting to see that man do that maneuver right there. At that size, James Southern, that is impressive.
I mentioned it earlier, 6'2", 255. Neogenesis, a big man. He's got some size to him, and he's moving like a cruiserweight out there, now throwing some heavy elbows into Beau Benton's ribcage.
You know, and I have to say, oh my gosh, massive shoulder block there. Beau Benton showing exactly why he is the Beau Show.
Without a doubt, an impressive shoulder block from Beau Benton.
Leapfrog. Drop kick right into the chest there. The equivalent of a massive chop.
Beau Benton had taken a moment to step outside and collect his breath after that big drop kick. Not expecting a big drop kick like that from Neogenesis, I'm sure.
Beau is here to try and prove exactly why you should always be betting on the Beau Show. Oklahoma City is in fuego here tonight for this contest.
Both of these two have been putting on just an impressive showing so far. Both very large men, very agile in there for their size. Now just testing power with Beau Benton, which I wouldn't advise.
Of course, I think that it's very easy to see from the beginnings of this contest here that Neogenesis does hold that agility advantages. We'll see if he has the stamina advantage, but you notice that those two things tend to go hand in hand. Of course, the strength advantage being given to Beau Benton here. Who are you favoring in this contest here, James?
Well, both of these guys are just so evenly matched in size. And, Neogenesis here taking advantage. Smart move from Neogenesis.
Absolutely.
Question the morality of it all you want, but he saw his opening when Beau Benton pandered to this crowd, and he took advantage of it. Big leaping kick there from Neogenesis. Crumples Beau Benton.
Only a 2 count there. Neogenesis is going to have to do a lot more than that if he wants to put away the Beau show. Trying to take the Beau show off the network. We'll see if that happens here tonight.
Now trying to choke the life out of Beau Benton there with that front chancery locked in.
Potentially attempting such, but Beau Benton, vertical suplex, lifting the man up and over. Flat on his back goes Neogenesis. Massive clothesline. Stance Hansen-esque lariat. Spinning back elbow, Beau Benton. And now, scoop slam.
Neogenesis sent for the ride there.
Off the ropes. Wow.
A rolling thunder-esque move. I spoke to him earlier. He refers to that as the big boom, and the boom has been dropped on Neogenesis. That's a whole lot of man coming down on your midsection.
Most definitely. We are seeing the power of Beau Benton putting a full force here right now on Neogenesis, who's looking worse for wear. Snapmare there. And we get this rear chin lock applied. Beau Benton trying to do everything that he can to weaken his opponent here right now in Neogenesis. Neogenesis, on the other hand, is trying to build a reputation here in the Oklahoma City area for being one of the greatest professional wrestlers around. What's a great way to do that than to defeat another debuting superstar here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma?
You've got to take it one step at a time, and this is a great first step for Neogenesis. If he could pick up the win over somebody like Beau Benton, it would be a great way to say, hey, I'm here in UWO, and I'm here to stay.
Especially because Beau Benton is one of the more imposing people that we have seen in the locker room. I mean, Umbra may give me the heebie-jeebies, but Beau Benton, this is a man that if I saw this man walking down the street, I would cross to the other side to avoid seeing him on the other way.
Without a doubt, a mean, a tough, just any adjective you could use to describe Beau Benton fits. He's just an imposing figure in that ring, but right now, Neogenesis using that speed to his advantage with a big splash in the corner only gets him a 2 count, though.
Neogenesis now going for that clothesline, ducked under. Beau Benton now, what's he looking for here? German suplex into the bridge. And that's it. This match is over.
Beautiful German suplex there from Beau Benton. The Beau show on full display there. An impressive performance from both of these big men, and I hope to see them both in a UWO ring again very, very soon.
Well, after a victory like that, you sure as hell are going to see Beau Benton back in this ring once more. This is going to be absolutely a phenomenal time for Beau Benton. And look at this.
A show of sportsmanship. Both of these guys, phenomenal competitors here with very, very bright futures in UWO.
Neogenesis just got to co-star on the Beau show. How exciting of an accomplishment for this young competitor.
A great showing from both of these guys. Beau Benton picking up the win, but Neogenesis has nothing to be ashamed of. He held his own.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that we've all been waiting for.
The sanctioned main event of the evening. But make sure you hang around after this. As we said, the night is not over. The big dog collar match still to come.
Now it is officially time for the UWO Heavyweight Championship match. First, making his debut here tonight, we have KJ Gold. He is from Norman, Oklahoma. Let's go, let's go.
You know, James Southard, there are a lot of phenomenal professional wrestlers and professional wrestling personalities to come out of the city of Norman, Oklahoma. You have Dr. Death, Steve Williams. You have your good old Jim Ross. You even have the Velvet Voice Walker Stewart. But right now, look what we have right here, none other than the golden era's beginning, the genesis that is KJ Gold.
KJ Gold, we've seen him in some UWO pop-up events. He's been impressive. Now he gets his chance to debut on the main stage here at UWO, and what a way to do it. than taking on Derrick James.
Be defiant, Derrick James.
You know, I have some contacts that are in close personal association with Derrick James, and let me just say, Derrick James is taking KJ Gold very, very lightly. He is not expecting too much out of this young competitor. And let's be honest here, I guess I can understand where he's coming from. Derrick James has been a professional wrestler since he was 14 years old. This right here is a 21-year-old piece of gold. And right now, he is your UWO heavyweight champion, of course, accompanied by the Spotlight Logan Knight, the EPW All-American champion.
Without a doubt, you can't doubt a competitor who's 21 years old with 7 years in ring experience.
That is a special talent, right?
Find me many talents in not just the U.S., in the world with that much experience at 21 years old. But with that experience grows complacency, and so we'll have to see if complacency will bite Derrick James in this one. Logan Knight over here trying to harass you, if our fans could hear that through the microphone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is all on the line here. Derrick James, your UWO heavyweight champion. KJ Gold, the newest graduate of the Drake Gallows, the DG Dojo, here in association with UWO. And the side headlock already. Side headlock takedown. I doubt Derrick James was expecting that whatsoever. How often do we see Derrick James flat on his back within the opening seconds of a contest?
Derrick James is someone who prides himself on his technical prowess, so I'm sure this is quite the surprise for him to be out-wrestled by KJ Gold here in the opening seconds of this contest.
I damn near call it shocking. But Derrick James now with this hammerlock applied here, going to see how this is going to work out for KJ Gold. One of his own, a wrist lock. KJ Gold trying to do everything he can to weaken Derrick James. Derrick James is not a man that I would go out of my way to tie up with personally, though, James. You know, there's a reason that just a few short years ago, they called this man the teenage technician.
Without a doubt, as I said, that technical prowess is just, it's next level from Derrick James. He brings a whole new mindset when he steps in the ring, and now KJ Gold taking advantage of this. As I said, I'd almost guarantee Derrick James took KJ Gold lightly.
I don't know if he's taking him too lightly at this point. You see a look of intimidation, of intensity on the face of Derrick James, and that is something that we have come to know from the UWO heavyweight champion, from his battles against Brawler Morrison, from his battles against a multitude of other competitors. KJ Gold with the athleticism. Leapfrog. And the pop-up kick, tossing Derrick James halfway across the ring.
KJ Gold is a house of fire right now.
Drop kick, Derrick James is down. KJ Gold, he might do it here. No, only a 2 count, James. I can't believe it. KJ Gold is staying on top of this competitor.
KJ Gold proving why he is one of UWO's hottest rising prospects here. There's a reason he's in this match. He has proven himself at these pop-up events. He has proven himself at the DG Dojo, and he is now proving himself against defiant Derrick James.
You know, and keep in mind, KJ Gold, also a champion in his own right, yet one that is a newer, less established championship, the RDW Cruiserweight champion down in Wichita Falls, Texas, is KJ Gold.
KJ now trying to maintain a hold of Derrick James. Derrick freeing himself and escaping to the corner.
But of course, it is not about the RDW Cruiserweight Championship. It is about the Big Gold, one of the most prestigious titles in the history of this great state, and that is the Unified Wrestling Oklahoma Heavyweight Championship.
Without a doubt, we have only had 3 UWO champions. It takes a lot to win this UWO championship belt. You have to be the finest competitor that the state of Oklahoma has to offer. KJ Gold's looking to prove that now with a series of arm drags.
He is well on his way.
Look at this fire from KJ Gold. Look at the desire just the drive in his eyes to win this UWO championship.
James, I'm sure you see this just as well as I do. KJ Gold has this burning passion to become a champion here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. He is looking to make that dream become a reality here.
I've had the pleasure of speaking with KJ a couple of times, and he told me earlier he wants to win this title tonight and bring a new golden era to UWO, as he calls it.
Springboard crossbody. Sorry to cut you off. Both legs hooked. Only a 2 count. I thought that was going to be it, James.
And he almost brought that golden era to fruition against Derrick James. Derrick James he's reeling right now.
Waistlock takedown. KJ Gold is staying right on top of the UWO champion.
Using that strength advantage. Derrick James now getting to the ropes, drawing the break.
Oh, but launched directly into the turnbuckle pole. And this might be the change of momentum Derrick James needed.
And that is the 7-year ring experience of Derrick James coming into play right there. KJ Gold, he's new, he's promising, but he hasn't been around long enough to learn those tricks like Derrick James has.
You know, there are certain things in professional wrestling that make some people come off as naturals. Derrick James is a self-described natural, and the critics would, they usually tend to agree with him. It is those little things like this that make him such a dominant champion, though.
Trying to rip that shoulder out of socket of KJ Gold. Derrick James just a master when it comes to picking apart his opponents.
Derrick James, Irish whip, spinning back elbow. That could have decapitated a lesser man. Only a 2 count. I can't believe this, James.
KJ Gold has been giving the performance of a lifetime in this one.
This is all heart. KJ Gold on full display. The heart and soul of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Massive headbutt there.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate what a phenomenal display KJ Gold has put on here in this first contest in UWO.
Absolutely. I don't think that anyone can disagree with that, James, but he has to get the job done. He can't bask in the limelight. He can't bask in the glory yet. It's all about the championship.
Oh, and Derrick James catching that foot.
Oh, my God.
Big backdrop. Just laying KJ Gold out on his head and shoulders.
And you see KJ Gold grabbing at those different spots of his body, the places that he feels the most pain. Those are prime targets for Derrick James, as we see right here. Targeting that arm, targeting that upper shoulder, that socket.
Trying to rip KJ Gold's arm out of socket there with that arm bar. He's prying on it. KJ Gold trying to turn him over here into a pin.
He does. This might be the most impressive display that I have ever witnessed out of a debuting professional wrestler in my day. Snapmare out of the corner comes Derrick James. Massive kick to the back. Penalty-esque in nature, going for the cover here, hooking the outer leg. And even with all the weight across the chest of KJ Gold, even with the hook of the outer leg, it still wasn't enough, James.
KJ Gold still just showing the heart that he has, the fight, the desire he has to win that UWO championship from Derrick James, and he is trying his damnedest to do so right now.
Sit out jawbreaker there. KJ Gold's got to be careful. No, a knee directly to the gut of KJ Gold.
Leaving that body exposed, and Derrick James takes full advantage. KJ Gold almost challenging Derrick James to chop him, then coming back with one of his own.
Oh my gosh, and you can see the sweat permeate off the bodies of both of these men.
Heavy hands from both competitors here. KJ Gold now delivering 3 in a row.
KJ Gold is feeling himself here tonight. Oh my gosh, and that rolling elbow sending KJ Gold off the ropes. We're playing pinball here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Both men are rocked.
Enziguri, I thought that was a knockout blow.
KJ Gold jumping to his feet there to hit the enziguri on Derrick James.
I don't understand how Derrick James, with all due respect to the UWO heavyweight champion, has just kicked out of that maneuver.
A phenomenal showing of that resilience and what makes him UWO champion there from Derrick James. But KJ Gold has put on just such a showing here. He's holding his own with the best UWO has to offer.
Spinning back elbow. Derrick James is on wobbly legs. He's rocked KJ Gold. He's got to keep up this momentum. Come on, KJ. Yes!
Big diving clothesline there, keeping the momentum rolling in his favor, rolling Derrick James over. 1, 2. Only 2, says our referee.
KJ Gold is pulling out all of the stops here in this contest. Sleeper slam. Hooking the legs here. That could be it. No.
Derrick James finding a way to kick out. Derrick James just, he's backpedaling here from KJ Gold. KJ is just all fire and all drive, all on the gas pedal in this contest.
Oh, he was going for that super kick. Derrick James evading it, though. Fireman's carry here from Derrick James. What are we going to see?
KJ pushes him off.
Super kick
delivered.
This could be it.
Here he
this
goes.
could be it.
Only 2 from... what a super kick. He nearly took Derrick James's head off with that, and KJ Gold still only able to get 2.
I don't know how. I don't understand it. I'm at a loss for words. Derrick James hooking the fingers together and bridging into that pinning combination. Only a 2 count once again.
Derrick James is fired up. He doesn't know how he has yet to put away KJ Gold. KJ Gold's resilience here on full display as we are now deep into this contest, and he's still holding on.
The ripcord into the rolling elbow. We've seen Derrick James put people away with that maneuver. Off the ropes. No!
KJ Gold has obviously been scouting Derrick James.
Sit out Uranagi side slam. That might be it.
2. Only 2. It's just a matter of time until one of these major moves puts one of these guys away.
Derrick James, no!
Rolling out of the way of that moonsault, KJ Gold eating nothing but canvas. Huge forearm to the back of KJ Gold's head.
Clothesline turning the man inside out. That's got to be it, James. What a match we've had.
Still, KJ Gold finds the drive, the passion, the intestinal fortitude to kick out at 2.
Derrick James is calling his shot here. No, KJ Gold reversing out of it. Standing switch, the waistlock. Off the ropes,
we
the
gotta
roll up.
watch Logan Knight out here. This ever devious, the ever sneaky Logan Knight.
You know, but admittedly, we haven't seen Logan Knight play too much of an effect on this contest. He's been keeping to this self. What is Derrick James doing? This...
Referee has called this contest.
No. No.
Derrick James being declared your winner by knockout. KJ Gold not able to answer the referee's call, not able to defend himself.
Well, I got to tell you, this isn't how I wanted to see this one go down, James.
Without a doubt, what a contest. KJ Gold put on a hell of a display, but the heavy hands just raining down on KJ Gold. They were too much.
And our trainers here at the DG Dojo, Drake Gallows and Ricky Wingrave, and also a student, of course, of these two.
An impressive performance from KJ Gold, what a debut. I mean, could you ask for anything better than that? He came in here, he hung, he went toe-to-toe with Derrick James in what quite possibly could be the match of the night.
You want to talk about a career-making performance? That is exactly what we have just witnessed here tonight in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. That obviously will qualify for a match of the year contender. I could not imagine it going any other way, James Southern.
I can only speak so highly of KJ Gold from what I've seen in the pop-ups, and his performance tonight just solidifies what a future KJ Gold has here in UWO.
He may not have walked away with the UWO Heavyweight Championship, but he's walking away with something that some might view as potentially greater than any championship gold. That is the respect of the fans here tonight in Oklahoma City.
And what a title match. I mean, the UWO title has had match after match that has just been classics in UWO history. The 60-minute Iron Man match that ended at New Year's this year between Brawler Morrison and Derrick James. It was phenomenal. Yet another classic UWO championship match. Now, things are going unsanctioned. Things are going off the rails. UWO no longer takes responsibility for anything that happens inside or outside of this ring. This is an After Dark match.
UWO After Hours main event. Mitch Onyx making his way here. What is...
You know what? I'm back there thinking, you people don't deserve the interest from me. You're all worthless. You don't deserve to see me walk around here with my talented self. No. I'm here to beat a man. You shut up. I'm here to beat a toothless bitch's ass, and that's what I came to do. So bring him out.
Well, there's a reason that UWO management had to lobby to the network to keep us on the air for this contest here tonight, promising that they would face no legal repercussions. But Mitch Onyx is putting that to the test in the early goings. The bell hasn't even rung.
Without a doubt, that shows you just how ready both of these competitors are to go to war, to be chained together at the neck. I mean, how more tribal? This is tribal combat at its finest. These two will be chained together at the neck in a squared circle facing off with nothing to prevent them from just letting all their animosities out on each other.
Ladies and
Brawler
gentlemen.
Morrison just goading Mitch Onyx here, tossing that chain at him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a dog collar chain match. James Southern, just as you alluded to earlier, these two men are going to be tied together for the entirety of this contest. There is no running away anymore for Mitch Onyx. There is no evading the beatdown that Brawler Morrison has prophesied.
Without a doubt, both of these men have talked so much trash to lead to this point, and now somebody is going to have to walk out of here the winner. And Morrison proposed it. The best way to do this is to chain themselves together.
This entire night has been a night of grudge matches, of things being settled, of championship acumen represented. But here tonight, we might have an ultimate grudge match, so much so that we couldn't even sanction it here tonight.
Look at this. Brawler Morrison so ready to go. He's strapping himself in. He is ready to start this match. Brawler Morrison has been waiting to get his hands on Mitch Onyx.
You know, somehow that chain, that collar around the neck of Brawler Morrison looks oddly regular. Looks oddly fitting. This is a match that fits Brawler Morrison like no other.
Brawler Morrison, he's strolling around, he's smiling, he's at home in this type of environment. If there's violence, if there's chains, if there's blood, if somebody's getting hurt, Brawler Morrison wants to be involved. Mitch Onyx now He's not as eager as Brawler Morrison to get into this contest.
And would you be? Look at the man he is going to be sharing the ring with here tonight. A man who will willingly tie himself to his opponent in excitement at the idea of getting his hands bloodied, bruised, battered, beaten. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch Onyx, we are still awaiting to start this contest. This one is scheduled to go as long as it has to be. Referee Brent Wall urging Mitch Onyx to get into the ring. Let's get this match underway. Wait, what the?
Mitch Onyx using that chain to pull Morrison close to him so he could deliver those shots.
This match hasn't even started. There is no bell that has sounded. This match is not underway. Mitch Onyx is attacking brutally Brawler Morrison to start this one off.
Now that he's got Brawler Morrison down and it's all in Mitch Onyx's favor, now he wants to be strapped in.
You know, there's a reason that Mitch Onyx refers to himself as the greatest ever made.
Look in that other corner.
The bell has sounded. This match is underway. Brawler Morrison and Mitch Onyx one-on-one here tonight. Unsanctioned after-hours competition.
Look at that smile on Morrison's face. He is ready to get his hands on Mitch Onyx and a big chop to open things up.
Now Irish whip out of the corner. Oh my gosh, and you see the first bit of utilization with that chain.
Brawler Morrison sending Mitch Onyx corner to corner. We have been sprayed here with a bottle of water there to the head of Brawler Morrison. These two now fighting all around. Morrison whipping Onyx with the chain. Brawler Morrison just taking Mitch Onyx on a tour of the VFW hall, whipping him with that chain. Now opening him up to some of the fans, letting the fans take out their animosities on Mitch Onyx. Big chop there from a fan in the front row. As I said, you never know what's going to happen at a UWO show. You never know when you'll be part of the action.
Yeah, I just found that out pretty quickly, James Souther, that's for sure. Brawler Morrison, oh my gosh, a chop across the chest to Mitch Onyx from one of our fans here tonight.
We got some heavy-handed fans in the crowd tonight.
Brawler Morrison is slipping and sliding all over the place. This chain is a jangling.
The chains of combat tie these two together tonight in UWO. Brawler Morrison just dragging Mitch Onyx around with that chain.
Now that these floors are all soaked, it sure as hell might be easier than it would have been prior to.
Mitch Onyx tried to throw that water in the eyes of Brawler Morrison to get advantage, but I don't think it worked out too well for him as Brawler Morrison delivers a big kick to the spine.
And a kick to the back once again to Brawler Morrison. Or, I'm sorry, from Brawler Morrison to Mitch Onyx.
Get hit with a little water and you're all flustered, Walker.
Don't remind me. What is, oh my gosh.
Just yanking Brawler Morrison down by that chain is Mitch Onyx. Trying to keep him down now, grabbing that chain and delivering a kick of his own.
And a chain right to the back. That has to be brutal.
Brawler Morrison feeling that cold chain just slamming into his back. Now being choked with it here against the
what
ropes.
is going on here? Mitch Onyx is wrapping that chain around the face, into the mouth, around the neck of Brawler Morrison here. And of course, if Brawler Morrison decides to give up, if he is pinned, if he submits, this match could be over. That chain could be involved in this decision.
There are no rules. There are no disqualifications. That is why UWO refused to sanction this match. They know the damage that can be done in a match like this.
Mitch Onyx now. Oh, my God.
You can see that chain is just very awkwardly wrapped around Morrison's neck there, making it that much more dangerous.
No, there is no order. There is no organization to what we are seeing right now. It is just pure chaos, carnage in the middle of a UWO ring.
What is Mitch Onyx trying to do here? Oh, no. Stomping Brawler Morrison's face down onto that chain.
Well, asking you shall receive. Mitch Onyx not exactly adorning himself to these fans here tonight.
Mitch Onyx going for the cover. Barely a 2 count, says referee Brent
See,
Wall.
and now we find Mitch Onyx and Brawler Morrison are so tied up within this chain, it is going to be harder for them to maneuver around the ring.
Without a doubt, you saw referee Brent Wall there checking on Brawler Morrison, making sure he's fit to compete here. Of course, Mitch Onyx up to his feet first, now talking trash to some of these fans in the front row.
And now,
Brawler Morrison's busted open.
oh my gosh, how did we not see this one coming?
It's only a matter of time when this much steel chain is involved that somebody gets cut open.
I mean, let's be honest here. This man was stretched like a surfboard and stomped directly into the canvas, head first into chain link.
Now, Mitch Onyx just slapping the back of Morrison's head, insulting him.
Toying with him. Oh no.
Morrison's had enough.
You reap what you sow. I mean, Mitch Onyx has shortened this chain by wrapping it around the neck of Brawler Morrison. He's brought all of this upon himself.
Without a doubt, if he had a little bit of a distance to escape, he might have not been flipped over and just had punches rained upon him by Brawler Morrison. But Mitch Onyx found a way to get back in control here.
That's another aspect of the dog collar chain that we're going to be seeing utilized apparently right now. Mitch Onyx
attempting to strangle Brawler Morrison with that collar.
Oh, just the absolute disrespect to a former UWO heavyweight champion of all people.
Without a doubt, Brawler Morrison, a very accomplished competitor. He has the experience edge in this contest. I'm not even sure Brawler Morrison has been in anything like this before.
There's a reason they call this man a brawler. I wouldn't be surprised if, oh my God, a jumping cutter. Mitch Onyx now. Only a 2 count, and this match rolls on, and just as he should, the high academics, the high intelligence quotient of Mitch Onyx, we see him stay right on top of Brawler Morrison.
That ring IQ of Mitch Onyx coming into play, trying to keep Morrison down here, trying to choke the life out of Brawler Morrison.
And still, Brawler Morrison is getting the life choked out of him right now. A count of 2. What the? And Brawler Morrison, he's at 3. No, he's up.
Brawler Morrison still alive in this one, trying to rally this crowd at the VFW 9265 behind him. Big, heavy-handed slaps from Brawler Morrison, picking him up and slamming him down with a spine buster in the center of the ring.
You know, that attempted cover seemed almost circumstantial. I don't think that Brawler Morrison wanted to be flat on his stomach that way. He just collapsed into that fashion.
Brawler Morrison now pulling Mitch Onyx to the center of the ring with that chain.
And this is something that I was attempting to hint at earlier. This chain is going to be utilized in this contest for these competitors to try and drag their opponents into whatever predicament that they might find themselves in.
Brawler Morrison has some evil thoughts in mind, trying to drag Mitch Onyx to the corner.
Well, what's new for Brawler Morrison? Having evil intentions?
A tug of war now going on between these two.
But Mitch Onyx with the added leverage of the boot on the turnbuckle, and Brawler Morrison sent careening right into that post.
Brawler Morrison returning the favor, though.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Using that strength advantage to just drive Mitch Onyx into that corner post. You saw the whole ring shake when he made contact there.
And it looks like Brawler Morrison has found himself a friend in this black steel folding chair.
The plunder is out in this contest. We've already seen the chain come into play. I guess Brawler Morrison has decided that this isn't enough. Mitch Onyx trying to hold on to one of the ringside tables here to prevent himself from being pulled in the ring.
Damn near dragged a fan into the ring tonight, James.
Smart strategy from Mitch Onyx, but Brawler Morrison still has a hold of him.
Brawler Morrison now finding himself, despite the more bloodied and seemingly beaten down opponent, in full control in this contest. Things have shifted upward in momentum for the man that we see with this black folding chair. Wait, what the?
Who is this?
Who's? What are we seeing here?
This woman taunting Brawler Morrison
and that's
here.
Oh my God, that's Red James.
Whoever this woman is, she's in cahoots with Red James. I think we've figured that out.
Oh my God, a jumping cutter off the middle rope. That might be it. That's it. This match is over.
This woman who comes out and she's allowed Mitch Onyx to pick up the victory here.
Seemingly in cahoots with Mitch Onyx, but I think Red James was looking for a level of revenge after the brutal beatdown Brawler Morrison provided to Red James just 1 month ago.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Well, it's got to be doing Mitch Onyx some good having the backing of the foreman.
This is a strange alliance, but it spells some... I don't know what it spells for the future of UWO, honestly.
I don't see anything good emanating out of a partnership between the foreman and someone who considers themselves the greatest ever made. How can two egos so large coexist in the same building?
I think it's plain to see that this didn't go the way it was supposed to. And from what I hear, somebody's shoulder came off the mat. Did Morrison get pinned? So
Mitch Onyx and Red James, they're losing their minds in the ring.
What I'm gonna do? If it takes all of this outside interference for you to get a win, we're gonna fix that. September 2nd at the 44th Street New Beginnings Gym, you're gonna have one more match with Brawler Morrison. And this time, you know what? Red James is not going to get involved. I don't know who that woman was. She's not going to get involved. Because you are going to be inside a 15-foot-high steel cage.
I cannot believe it, James.
Any normal cage match. No, I know you guys like to kick the piss out of each each other, so it's going to be a shoot fight. You know what? I'm not done. You know, Red James, you've had a whole lot to say about the way I run this company. You've had a whole lot to say about the way Ricky runs this company, and I'm kind of tired of your mouth too. So here's what's going to happen. When Chris Morrison beats you in the middle of that ring, Mitch Onyx, Red James, you're going to get 5 minutes inside that cage with me. What do you think, 5 minutes? I'm scared of that, man. 5 minutes?
A jaw-dropping announcement here tonight, James. September 2nd.
Hey, 8 p.m. at the New Beginnings Gym. It's going to be your asses.
The cage match has been set. Friday night fight, September 2nd. Mitch Onyx and Brawler Morrison in the cage in a shoot fight. It is going to be on. If Brawler Morrison defeats Mitch Onyx, Red James is going to be locked in that cage for 5 minutes with Drake Gallows.
You know, I'm going to need to research the rules regarding a quote-unquote shoot fight. I don't really understand the direction that might be heading, but it sounds dangerous. It sounds brutal. I don't know what we're expecting to see, but all I will say is this. Red James and Mitch Onyx have had their momentum completely halted here after that announcement from Drake Gallows.
Red James is just still standing in the ring, fuming mad from that announcement from Drake Gallows. It bears bad news for him, but good news for our UWO fans who are going to get to witness Red James taking yet another bottle from you. Walker, I don't believe your water bottles are ever going to be safe around here.
I don't know if I've even gotten to take a sip out of a single water bottle that I've had here tonight. Red James has taken all of my water, but I know that he's going to be needing it because that man sure as hell is perspiring after the announcement that Drake Gallows made earlier on in the night. Ladies and gentlemen, what a night of action we have had here at UWO Parade of Champions. James, our UWO Heavyweight Championship match, what are your thoughts?
It was a phenomenal showing for the debuting KJ Gold. We'd seen him at some pop-up events, but he put his name, he made his mark tonight. He proved he is a top-tier competitor. He took Derrick James to the limit. Derrick James doubted him, and KJ Gold got this close to capitalizing and becoming your new UWO champion.
I said it once and I'll say it again. I don't believe I've ever seen a debut as successful in gaining the respect of these paying fans here in Oklahoma City as the one of KJ Gold. No one usually takes it to Derrick James like that, especially not a quote-unquote rookie. Absolutely phenomenal matchup from KJ Gold and Derrick James. And of course, what are your thoughts on what we just witnessed with the dog collar chain match?
I promised it was going to be violent. I promised these guys were going to take each other to the limit. We saw this new mystery woman who has seemingly aligned herself with Red James and Mitch Onyx. That's going to be a trio that who knows their intentions? Who knows what they have in common? Who knows what brings them together and the ties that bind between these three? We only have to wait and see what they've got in store for everybody at UWO.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can find us next week on September 2nd. Of course, New Hope Beginnings Church. This is going to be an incredible card, a steel cage match, absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait. So, of course, James, with that being said, for the Velvet Voice, Walker Stewart, and for Diamond Jim, James Southern, thank you for watching Unified Wrestling Oklahoma.